you, then I will start my own topic, sir. It was alerted. Is it my voice is audible, sir?
Okay, madam. All clear, madam. Clear. Everything
Okay,
clear.
sir. Thank you, sir. Shall I start, sir?
Okay, madam.
Good afternoon, children. Today we are going to discuss about in the lesson second chapter ray optics and optical instruments, focal length of a spherical mirrors and derivation for mirror formula. These two topics today we are going to discuss. Before going to start the actual topic, the derivation for focal length of a spherical mirror, already ma'am taught in the Saturday class a brief introduction about ray optics that madam explained clearly about types of mirrors and sign conventions. In that, in our topic, we have got only two types of mirrors, spherical mirrors. One is concave, another one is convex mirror. Here, if you observe in a screen, we have got two types of mirror. One is convex, another one is concave. Among these two, here, if the reflecting surface is inner surface, if the inner surface is reflecting, we call this as a concave mirror. If the outer surface is reflecting, then we call this as a convex mirror. Now, what happens when a light rays falls on a either concave mirror or convex mirror? In that, we have to find out the focal length of the both the mirrors, concave as well as convex mirror. Before going to start, we should know the meaning of paraxial rays. Here, we have got a diagram, reflection through the concave mirror. In that, we have used a word paraxial rays. Here, paraxial rays means the rays which are parallel to principal axis. Here, the line which is passing through center of curvature and pole of the mirror. Here, P will be the pole of the mirror. The line which is passing through the pole of the mirror is called the principal axis. This already we have got in the previous class. The rays which are parallel to principal axis are called paraxial rays. We call this as paraxial rays. Here we have got for principal axis above and below parallel rays are there. These parallel rays falls on a concave mirror. Why we call this as a concave mirror? Because here the inner surface is reflecting surface and the outer surface is polished or non-reflecting surface. Here all these parallel rays falls on a concave mirror and reflects back. All these meet at one point. We use where it intersect or meet. We use the word converge. Converge means they are intersecting. All the reflected rays intersecting at one point. So we will use that as a converging rays. After reflection, all these converging rays are meeting at one point. That point we call it as a focus. It is denoted by capital F. Focus is denoted by capital F. Now, the distance from focus to pole we call it as focal length. Call it as focal length. And the distance from center of curvature to pole we call it as radius of curvature and is denoted by the letter capital R. Okay, when the paraxial rays or parallel rays falls on a concave mirror, after reflection they converge at one point. That converging point we call it as a focus. The converging point we call it as a focus. The distance from focus to pole we call it as focal length. The distance from center of curvature to pole we call it as radius of curvature and is denoted by capital R. Now, when we have taken the paraxial rays, when it falls on a convex mirror, here if you observe the outer surface is reflecting, inner surface is polished. That means it is a non-reflecting surface. The inner surface is non-reflecting surface. When all these parallel rays falls on a convex mirror, they are not converging, they are diverging, they are moving away from the focus point. You observe here all these rays are diverging. Okay. When we extend this divergent rays, they are meeting at one point. That point we call it as focus. This point we call it as focus. The distance from pole to focus, we call it as focal length. The distance from pole to center of curvature, we call it as radius of curvature. In both the mirrors, concave mirror is a converging mirror, whereas a convex mirror is diverging mirror. In already 10th class, we have studied about the nature of the mirrors and the ray diagrams for a concave mirror and convex. Just a quick revision for this topic. Here, after this, we have got one more topic which we have studied earlier, that is focal plane of the mirror. Focal plane of the mirror. If the parallel paraxial beams, here if you observe, these are parallel beams, but they are not parallel to principal axis. They are not parallel to principal axis. They are making some angle with respect to principal axis. They are making some angle. Certain angle is made. So when this parallel beams with certain angle made with principal axis falls on a concave mirror or convex mirror, after reflection, they are not converging at focus. Previous case we have got focus, but here they are converging other than focus. So name this point as f dash, where it is converging. It is converging, name it as f dash. From f dash to f or f dash to principal axis, we have to draw a perpendicular line. A perpendicular line. This imaginary perpendicular line, we call it as a focal plane of the mirror. Focal plane of the mirror. A plane which is perpendicular to principal axis and passes through focus is called focal plane of the mirror. Here, all the parallel rays are not parallel to principal axis. They are inclined, or they are making some angle with respect to principal axis. You observe here, all the parallel rays, they are inclined, or they are making some angle with respect to principal axis. After reflection, they are converging or they are intersecting at one point. That converging point to principal axis, we have to drop a perpendicular. This perpendicular, we call it as a focal plane of the mirror. For concave mirror, convergent is taken place. For convex mirror, divergent beam we have got. When you extend a divergent beam, here all they are meeting at one point. That point we have taken as f dash. From f dash to f, we have drawn a perpendicular. We name this as focal plane. Here we have got three topics. One, reflection through concave mirror. Another one, reflection through convex mirror. Next, focal plane of the mirror. In first two cases, we have got the converging or diverging of the light rays meets at focus. But here, in focal plane of the mirror, they are converging other than principal axis. From that point, we have to draw up a perpendicular to principal axis. That perpendicular, we call it as focal plane of the mirror. Okay. Now, a brief introduction we have got about how reflection is taking place through convex mirror, concave mirror, and when the parallel beams are making some angle, what happens where the image is. Now, this we should know the meanings before going to start the derivation for focal length and radius of curvature. First, you observe the definition of focal length. Here, the distance between focus to pole, we call it as focal length. This one. The distance between focus and the pole of the mirror is called focal length of the mirror. It is denoted by small f. Capital F is the position where all the light rays are converging. So points are always shown with capital letters. Points ఎప్పుడు capital letters లో చూపిస్తాము, distances ఎప్పుడు small letters తో చూపిస్తాం. But here In our textbook, radius of curvature is shown by capital R. That's why we have taken as it is. But distance we have to show by small letter small r. Here, radius of curvature, that is distance from center of curvature to pole of the mirror. When we drop a straight line, how much distance we are going to get, that we will show, or we will call it as radius of curvature, is denoted by capital R. Okay. First one, we have got a concave mirror. First one, we have got concave mirror. In that, a parallel beam fallen and it reflects to focus. Okay. The distance from pole to focus we have called as the focal length. It is denoted by F. The distance from pole to center of curvature we call it as radius of curvature. Similarly, when you observe here, a parallel beam fallen on a concave mirror, that is outer surface is reflecting. Instead of converging, the light ray reflected back, that is diverged. Now, how to find out the focus for this convex mirror? When the diverged beam extended in backward direction, we have got focus, as well as here we have got focus and center of curvature. Now, pole to focus, we call it as focal length. Pole to center of curvature, we call it as radius of curvature. Now, we have to derive the relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Focal length and the radius of curvature. To show the relation F is equal to R by 2, we have taken concave mirror. Which type of mirror we have taken? Concave mirror. Why we have chosen concave mirror means, concave mirror, after reflection, the convergence of light rays takes place. Instead of diverging, convergent of light rays takes place. Here we will get real image. We will get a real image. Now let us take AB is a parallel beam, falls on a concave mirror, and after reflection, it passes through focus. The line drawn from center of curvature to point B, or the line drawn from center of curvature to any point on the mirror, is called normal. Already laws of reflection we have learned. Between incident ray, normal ray, incident ray, reflected ray, normal, lie in the same plane where angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal. That means in laws of reflection, the second law shows angle I equal to angle R. This already we have learned in earlier classes. Similarly, here center of curvature to point B, which is drawn a line which divides incident ray and reflected ray into two equal halves. That's why we have got I equal to R. Now, here we have got the angle subtended at C, we have taken as theta. Now, I will take angle I equal to angle R equal to this value. Both are equal to theta. That's why instead of I will write theta. R also I will write theta. Now, we have got a triangle here, C, D, have got a triangle. F. The theta, R is theta. It's a triangle. F. Whereas is formed at F, if you observe, this is an exterior angle for this triangle CFB. This angle subtended at F, that is F, the exterior angle. We have learned the exterior angle theorem, that is exterior angle is equal to sum of interior opposite angle. Sum of interior opposite angle is a theta. How much we are going to get? Add it, you are going to get, that is F, the angle subtended is, by using exterior angle theorem, have noted. So have got the angle of incidence and angle of reflection are equal. Path of reflection, that's why we have taken both are equal to theta. Angle R is theta. Already value we have taken theta. Add this angle, that is the angle subtended at F. Go to the derivation part. So observe here. Have got
మేడం
a
వాయిస్
concave mirror.
లోగా వస్తుంది మేడం.
వాయిస్ లోగా వస్తుందా సార్?
ఇప్పుడు బాగా వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు మీరు మాట్లాడారు నాతో బాగా
ఇప్పుడు బాగా
వస్తుంది.
వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు బాగా వస్తుంది. ఓకే సార్.
అవును మేడం.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
ఓకే
Now,
మేడం. కొంచెం
here you
కొంచెం
observe.
రైట్ చేసిస్తున్నాం మళ్ళీ.
Okay sir. Thank you sir. Here we have drawn a concave mirror in that same diagram which I had shown in the previous slide. That diagram drawn with a hand. Okay, this is the parallel beam, falls at exactly at N and reflects and passes through focus of the mirror. Focus of the mirror. Now from point C, center of curvature, to normal, we have drawn a perpendicular which divides angle of incidence and angle of reflection equally. That we have taken theta. Okay, this is exterior angle. That's why sum of the two interior angles, theta plus theta, we have got 2 theta. Now first we will take triangle C M N. In triangle CMN, we have got theta here. Tan theta is equal to, we have written Nm by Mc. Already we have got a formula in 10th class. Tan theta is equal to opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So tan theta is equal to, we have written opposite side is Nm, adjacent side is Mc, that is M to C, we have written here. Now, if this perpendicular line drawn from N to M, if the height of the parallel ray decreases, this M almost coincides with the pole of the mirror. M almost coincides with pole of the mirror. Okay, that means instead of MC, we have written CP. That means CM coincides with CP. Okay, tan 2 theta is equal to Nm by Fm. Here we have taken triangle N F T. Triangle NFT. In the triangle, here angle is 2 theta. So tan 2 theta is equal to, opposite side is Nm and adjacent side is Fm. That we have written. Suppose M coincides with the pole of the mirror, we can take Fm is equal to Ft. Fm equal to Ft. Here the perpendicular line we have drawn from N to M. If this point M coincides with almost P, therefore instead of M we have substituted P here. Now here we have got tan theta and tan 2 subtend is very small. Theta is equal to theta. Tan 2 theta is almost equal to 2 theta. That's why instead of tan theta we have written 2 theta. Sorry, theta. Tan 2 theta is equal to 2 theta. If I will take this as equation 1 and this as equation 2, divide 1 by 2. What we will get? Theta by 2 theta. Here theta will get cancelled. In numerator we have got Nm only. Both Nm Nm will get cancelled. Therefore, we are going to left with 1 by 2 in LHS. In RHS we have got Fp by Cp. But actually F to P we have got focal length. That means from pole to focus. From pole to center of curvature, radius of curvature. That we can Here in this one, we have got lastly, that is 1 by 2 is equal to fp by cp. Here fp, the distance from pole to focus, we have got minus f, that is focal length. We are moving opposite to the incident ray, that's why we have taken negative sign. Pole to center of curvature, that is radius of curvature. Why we have taken here also minus means we are moving opposite to the incident ray. ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే ఈ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంటే మనం డిస్టెన్స్ మెజర్ చేసేది ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లో ఉంది కాబట్టి నెగటివ్ సైన్ తీసుకున్నాం. మైనస్ ఎఫ్ బై మైనస్ ఆర్. హియర్ దిస్ మైనస్ విల్ గెట్ క్యాన్సిల్. we are going to get 1 by 2 is equal to f by r. Do the cross multiplication. We will get r is equal to 2f. r is equal to 2f. That only we have derived. Radius of curvature is equal to 2 times of focal length. Okay. Otherwise, if I want to write focal length in terms of arbitrary constant, then f is equal to, we'll get r by 2. f equal to r by 2. Either we can take radius of curvature is equal to 2 times of focal length. Otherwise, focal length is equal to half of radius of curvature. This only we have to prove. The relation between focal length and radius of curvature, that prove r is equal to 2f or f equal to r by 2. Both are correct only. Okay. Next, here mirror equation, the next topic, which we have to go through that formula. Before going to start mirror equation, that we have to show the relation between focal length, object distance and image distance. Here we have got two types of images, in a concave mirror and a convex mirror. In concave mirror, we have got the rays are converging. That's why we will get a real image. Here the image is a real image. The image is real. That means a real image is formed in concave mirror, whereas in convex mirror we are going to get a virtual image. A virtual image that cannot be catched on the screen. Virtual image cannot be catched on the screen or caught on the screen, but a real image can be captured on the screen. Example, when we are using a projector, we are using a screen. In screen, we are capturing the image. Similarly, in cinema theaters or in lab, what we will do in white screen. In all these cases, we are capturing the image of the object. So, in concave mirror, except in one condition, in the remaining cases, the rays converge and forms real image. Real inverted. Real inverted. Whereas in convex mirror, because of divergence of reflected rays, we will get a virtual image. We will get a virtual image. Okay. Here in concave mirror, will get real inverted. Size of the image either diminished or enlarged or same size. It depends upon the position. Diminished, enlarged or same size. This depends upon the position of the object. But in convex mirror, always we will get virtual, erect and diminished. Always we will get a diminished image. Get diminished image. Virtual, erect, diminished image. Okay. If rays are emitting from a point, after reflection, all they meet at one point. In that position, we will get image of the point. Okay. If rays are diverging after reflection, we are going to get a virtual image. In convex mirror, the light rays after reflection are diverging. That's why we will get a virtual, erect, always diminished image. That's why the size of the object is larger, whereas the size of the image is very small. That means diminished image we have got. Now, observe the diagram which was shown in the presentation. Here we have taken the object height as BA, and we have kept or we have taken a concave mirror. Now we have to prove the relation between focal length, image distance, sorry, object distance U, image distance V. We have to show 1 by F equal to 1 by U plus 1 by V. This derivation we have to do. Okay, this is a 4-mark question. Few times they have asked also. Okay, now observe here in this diagram, BA is the object, C is the center of curvature, F is the focus. Here we have got 3 rays we have taken, which is starting or emitting from tip of the object. One is the parallel beam, one ray is making some angle with the pole of the mirror, another ray which is passing through center of curvature. At least minimum we need 2 rays for finding out the position of the image. Here for our convenience we have taken 3 rays which are emitting from object. Okay, BA is the object. After reflection, all the light rays are converging at A dash. Converging point we have taken as A dash. A dash, B dash is the position of the image, whereas BA is the position of the object. Object is kept beyond center of curvature. సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్కి అవతల పెట్టినాం. అంటే ఇమేజ్ ఎక్కడ ఫామ్ అవుతుందని చదువుకొని ఉంటాం 10th క్లాస్లో. వెన్ ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఈస్ కెప్ట్ బియాండ్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్, ఇమేజ్ ఈస్ ఫౌండ్ బిట్వీన్ సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్ అండ్ ఫోకస్. సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్ అండ్ ఫోకస్. ఇమేజ్ సికి ఎఫ్కి మధ్య ఫామ్ అవుతుంది అని మనం 10th లో చదువుకున్నాం. కాబట్టి మనకి ఇక్కడ కరెక్ట్గా సికి ఎఫ్కి మధ్య ఇమేజ్ బి డాష్ ఏ డాష్ ఫామ్ అయింది. నౌ అబ్జర్వ్ హియర్ ఎఫ్ ఈస్ ద ఫోకస్, సి ఈస్ ద సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్. The distance from pole to focus we have taken as small f focal length. The distance from pole to b dash a dash, that is image దగ్గరకు ఉండే distance name తీసుకున్నాం v. That means image distance is v. And similarly we have got the distance from pole to object AB we have taken u. That means object distance is denoted by u and image distance is denoted by v and focal length is denoted by f. That means we are going to relate focal length, object distance and image distance. ఈ మూడింటి మధ్య రిలేషన్ మనం డిరైవ్ చేయాలి. దట్ ఈస్ we are going to derive a formula 1 by f equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. This is the formula we have to derive from using the given diagram. We have 6 diagrams in 10th class. In that one we have taken, using that ray diagram we are going to derive the formula. We can do the same derivation for any 6 diagrams. Okay, before going to start the derivation you should recollect the rules to draw ray diagrams. The first one, the ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. This is principal axis and this is parallel to principal axis. When it falls on a concave mirror, passes through focus. The converse for this one, the ray parallel to principal axis falls on a convex mirror, after reflection diverges. Here I have used a word converge. Here I have used for convex mirror diverge. In both the cases the reflected beam touches the focus. That means converging ray passes through the focus. This rule we have to remember. Parallel ray falls on a convex mirror, after reflection passes through focus. The second one, here this is the incident ray. The incident ray passing through focus of the given concave mirror. Focus of the concave mirror touches the concave mirror at any one position and after reflection it will be parallel. The first rule and second rule is just opposite to one another. A parallel ray falls on a concave mirror, passes through focus. Second rule, when a light ray passes through focus, after reflection parallel. అంటే parallel గా ఉన్న రే కాన్కేవ్ మిర్రర్ పైన కానీ కాన్వెక్స్ మిర్రర్ గుండా పోయినప్పుడు అది ఫోకస్ గుండా టచ్ అయితే పోతుంది రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే అని చెప్తాను. సెకండ్ రూల్ ఏం చెప్తాంది, రిఫ్లెక్టెడ్ రే ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే ఫోకస్ గుండా పోయింది. సపోజ్ ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే passes through focus. After reflection, it will be parallel to which ray? Principal axis, parallel to principal axis. The third rule, suppose if incident ray makes some angle with respect to principal axis, let us take here we have taken pi or theta, whatever may be. Suppose if an incident ray makes some angle with respect to principal axis, let us take theta, with the same angle it will be reflected. Which rule here it is obeying? Laws of reflection. Laws of reflection it is obeying. That means angle I equal to angle R. Angle of incidence is equal to angle of reflection. That's why whenever a incident ray falls on a concave mirror, after reflection, with the same angle it will be reflected back. That means these two angles are equal because of laws of reflection. The fourth rule, that is whenever the ray passes through the center of curvature. Suppose in this diagram we have got a ray which is passing through center of curvature, that is A, C, N. This is a ray passing through center of curvature. The same ray reflects back in the same path or retraces its path in the same way. That means the reflected ray we have shown N, A dash, C. This is a reverse in direction. ఏ పాత్ గుండా అది వెళ్ళిందో అదే పాత్ గుండా వచ్చేసింది వెనక్కి. అంటే సెంటర్ ఆఫ్ కర్వేచర్ గుండా పోయేది రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవ్వదు, రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అయ్యి అదే పాత్లో వెనక్కి వచ్చేస్తుంది. బట్ ఇన్ ద ప్రీవియస్ కేసెస్ 3 rules, the reflected ray in the first rule it passes through focus, but in second rule we have got the ray passing through focus. After it, it is parallel to principal axis. Third rule, if the incident ray makes some angle, with the same angle it will be reflected back. Using these 4 rules, here 3 diagrams we have shown, and a fourth one we can observe in the diagram itself. There we have got the light ray passing through center of curvature without deviating. It retraces its path in same way. Retraces means వెనక్కి అలానే వచ్చేస్తుంది. ఓకే, వెనక్కి అలానే అదే పాత్ గుండా రిఫ్లెక్ట్ అవుతుంది అని చెప్పినారు. ఈ 4 రూల్స్ మనం మిర్రర్ ఈక్వేషన్ లో యూజ్ చేసుకుంటాము. నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ కన్వెన్షన్స్ మేడం ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేశారు లాస్ట్ క్లాస్లో. జస్ట్ ఏ క్విక్ రివిజన్, that also we are going to use here. Suppose height of the object or height of the image are above the principal axis positive, height of the object or height of the image below the principal axis negative. The first condition, distances should be always measured from pole of the mirror. Distances ఎప్పుడు pole నుంచే మెజర్ చేయాలా. ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే డైరెక్షన్ లో కానీ మెజర్ చేస్తే పాజిటివ్, ఆపోజిట్ టు ఇన్సిడెంట్ రే మెజర్ చేస్తే this is the direction of incident ray, then we will take positive sign. Suppose opposite to the principal axis, we will take it as a negative sign, whether it is the focal length, radius of curvature, or object distance or image distance. Okay, now here we have shown that object distance we have taken as u, that is already in diagram. Image distance we have taken as v, and a focal length we have denoted by f. Here in this diagram we are going to show the relation between focal length, object distance and image distance. Here we have taken 2 triangles. One is here b dash dash f, b dash a dash f, another one f p m. Here this one b dash a dash f, we have got one triangle. B dash a dash f, another triangle we have got f in this one we are going to take we are going to drop a perpendicular from m to p. we have got two triangles. These two triangles are similar triangles. Similar means they are going to have same shape and size. They are going to have same shape and size. That means they are having same shape. That means they are in triangle shape. They are same size. Ratio of sizes will be same. Now if you take here A dash B dash is correspondent side is MP or PM. This B dash A dash PM are corresponding sides. Similarly, B dash F is corresponding to F. Therefore, we have written here the ratio of the first triangle A dash B dash F. That one side B dash A dash is corresponding to PM. That we have written. In similarity of triangles, in mathematics we have got that ratio of sides is constant అని చెప్పుంటారు మ్యాథ్స్ లో మీకు. రేషియో ఆఫ్ సైడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ది కరస్పాండింగ్ సైడ్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎ ట్రయాంగులర్ కాన్స్టెంట్. సైడ్స్ కరస్పాండింగ్ సైడ్స్ రేషియో కాన్స్టెంట్ గా ఉంటుంది, కాన్స్టెంట్ రేషియోలో ఉంటుంది అని ఈ రూల్ యూస్ చేసుకొని మనం ఒక ట్రయాంగిల్ తీసుకున్నాం. ఇక్కడ డయాగ్రామ్ తీసుకున్నాం. రే డయాగ్రామ్ లో బి డాష్ ఏ డాష్ ఎఫ్ one triangle, another one F P M. Here we have dropped a perpendicular from M to P. We will get one more triangle that we have taken. In this one, B dash A dash is corresponding to B dash A dash corresponding to P M. That's why we have taken ratio here. Similarly, B dash F is corresponding side for F P. That we have taken here. Okay. Now, if you observe here, AB height and similarly the perpendicular drawn from M to P, there will be in the same height. M నుంచి P కి ఏదన్నా పర్పెండిక్యులర్ డ్రా చేస్తే అది AB height కి ఈక్వల్ గా ఉంటుంది. కాబట్టి నెక్స్ట్ ఈక్వేషన్ లో మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నాం, LHS సేమ్ అలానే పెట్టుకొని PM బదులు మనం ఏం చేస్తున్నామంటే హైట్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్. వై బికాస్ హియర్ FP is equal to BA. FP ఈక్వల్ టు BA అయింది కాబట్టి BA రాసుకున్నాం. RHS అలానే పెట్టుకొని ఈక్వేషన్ రాసు. దట్ మీన్స్ PM is equal to BA అయింది. నెక్స్ట్ ఇంకొక ట్రయాంగిల్ తీసుకున్నప్పుడు ట్రయాంగిల్ A డాష్ B డాష్ P అండ్ ట్రయాంగిల్ ABP ఆర్ సిమిలర్ ట్రయాంగిల్స్ అన్నాం కదా. ఇక్కడ మనం తీసుకున్నప్పుడు the height of the image and the height of the object, they are corresponding sides. The height of the image and the height of the object, they are corresponding sides. That's why we have taken LHS. Similarly, the distance from B dash to P, that is pole to image, we have taken as V, that is the B dash P, and B to object to pole, that is BP. That ratio we have taken an RHS. That means height of the image by height of the object in one side. Another one, the distance from image to pole and the distance from object to pole, that we have taken in RHS. This we have taken two equations. Okay. Now, when we observe these two equations,
మేడం 1 minute మేడం, ఏదో డిస్టర్బెన్స్ వచ్చింది, ఎవరో మార్చేసినారు ప్రెజెంటర్ ను. లేదా ప్రెజెంటర్ ఉండారు మీరు?
సరేలేండి సార్. ఓకే సార్.
ఓకే మేడం, క్యారియర్ మేడం, మీరు ప్రెజెంటర్ గా ఉండారు.
అది స్క్రీన్ స్టాప్ అయింది సార్ షేర్ అవ్వడము, అందుకని మళ్ళా ఓపెన్ చేసుకోండి. వాయిస్ ఆడిబుల్ గానే ఉంది కదా సార్ ఇప్పుడు?
మేడం బాగానే ఉంది మేడం. కొంచెం 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 రైట్ చేయండి.
ఓకే ఓకే. Here we have equated the two equations in LHS. In LHS we have got here in equation 1 B dash A dash by BP and B dash A dash by BA. These two are equal. If these two are equal, we can write RHS are also equal. If LHS is equal, RHS also equal. These two equations from these two, equation 1 and equation 2, I am going to equate RHS side, that is B dash F by Fp equal to B dash P by Bp. In that one, we have got B dash F by Fp, and that is equal to B dash P by Bp. In this one, we have got in the previous diagram, in B dash we have got image position. We have got image position. Here F will be, here P will be. In LHS side, numerator, if you observe, we have got B dash F. This we can write it as B dash F can be written as the total distance, that is B to P, that is Bp minus the distance from F, F. ఈ మొత్తం B నుంచి Pకు ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్లో నుంచి F నుంచి ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ P దాకా తీసుకుంటే FP దాకా ఉండే డిస్టెన్స్ తీసేస్తే మిగిలిన డిస్టెన్స్ నాకేమొస్తుంది B డాష్ FA వస్తుంది. అంటే ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ B డాష్ F I want to replace B dash P minus FP. That only we have written here. B dash P minus FP divided by denominator as it is FP. RHS side P dash P by BP. This we have written as it is. Okay. Now we are going to apply sign conventions for the above equation. Why we have chosen this one means we don't know the distance from image to focus. We cannot given any term in the previous section. But image to pole, image distance is shown by V. Focus to pole, the distance is focal length. That means we are going to take in terms of F and V in the numerator. B dash P, B dash F cannot be written. That's why instead of B dash F, we have replaced B dash P minus F. B dash P minus FP. In this diagram, if you observe, here we are going to have B dash F. This is the line we have drawn in the previous section. The next slide. This B dash F P. This same line here I had taken, and B dash P minus FP is equal to B dash F. That's why we have written in the third equation. If you apply sign convention, we know that B dash P is equal to minus V. Why we are taking minus V, minus U, minus F means this is the direction of incident ray in that diagram, but we are measuring the distance from pole to image distance, object distance, focal length. That means we are going in opposite direction. This is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. The reflected ray is opposite to incident ray. That's why we have taken negative signs for object distance, image distance and focal length. Object distance, image distance and focal length, negative sign we have used. That means instead of B dash P minus V we have substituted FP. We have substituted minus F only, but here minus sign is there. Minus of minus will become plus. That's why plus F we have written. In denominator we have got minus F. In denominator we have got minus F. Okay. That means in LHS side all the terms are replaced by object, image distance and focal length. Wherever FP is there, minus F we have substituted. Wherever B dash P is there, minus V we have substituted. RHS side, B dash P is the image distance. That's why minus V we have substituted. BP is the object distance. That's why we have substituted minus Q. That means all these are having negative sign. Why? Because we are moving opposite to reflected ray. We are moving opposite to reflected ray. That's why negative sign we are using. That's why we are using negative sign. Here you have observed minus V plus F minus F. Here minus V divided by minus U. This minus V and minus U, both the numerator and denominator are having minus sign. Both cancel with each other. Therefore, we left with minus V plus F by denominator minus F. So, denominator minus F is there, no? Because of this reason, whole LHS we will multiply with negative sign. Therefore, we will get minus V become plus V, plus F become minus F, and denominator minus F will become plus F. With minus sign, if I will multiply, we are going to get in LHS V minus F by F is equal to V by U, V by U. Now I will send this V to LHS. ఇక్కడ V అనేది న్యూమరేటర్లో ఉంది, ఇది నేను LHSలోకి పంపించేస్తే డినామినేటర్కి వస్తుంది. అంటే నా కన్వీనియంట్కి నేనేం చేస్తున్నాను, డెరివేషన్ తెచ్చుకోవడానికి 1/Uను RHSలో పెట్టుకుని ఆ Vని నేను LHSకి తెచ్చేసుకున్నా. అది న్యూమరేటర్లో ఉంది కాబట్టి డినామినేటర్కి వచ్చేసి ఓకే. 1/V into V minus F by F equal to 1/U. Okay. Now multiply the whole V minus F by F with 1/V. Now observe here, 1/V multiplied with V by F minus sign as it is, 1/V multiplied with F by F. This F will get cancelled, V will get cancelled. Therefore, we left 1/F minus 1/V equal to 1/U. Send this minus 1/V to RHS. What we'll get? This minus 1/V, if it go to RHS, it becomes plus. Opposite for subtraction is multiplication. That's why we have got 1/F equal to 1/V plus 1/U. This we have to derive the mirror equation. This is the mirror equation. Just quickly go through that diagram which we have taken. Here object distance we have taken as U, image distance is taken as V, focal length we have taken as F. Here we have taken two triangles. Here we have taken two triangles. One is triangle A dash B dash F and a triangle MPF. These two triangles are similar. The diagram we have shown here. In this one, A dash B dash, the height of the image, the PM is the perpendicular drawn from F. Okay, this ratio we have taken. Another corresponding side is B dash F by F. This two triangles are similar triangles. That's why corresponding sides ratio will be equal. The corresponding sides ratio will be equal. Using that concept similarity, maths we have got. We have taken the ratio of corresponding sides. That is B dash A dash by PM equal to B dash F by F. But this PM is equivalent to height of the object. That's why we have replaced B. This we have taken as equation 1. Another triangles we have taken, that is A, B, P, and another one B dash, A dash, P. Two triangles we have taken. Using that concept, we have got the height of the image by height of the object is equal to image distance by object distance. We have taken this as equation 2. If you observe, LHS side is equal. LHS is equal means RHS also equal. That's why we have taken RHS part. Now, in RHS part, we have got B dash F by FP is equal to B dash P by BP. Now, observe here, B dash F can be written as, B dash F can be written as the total distance from B dash to P minus F. Focal length నుంచి P దాకా ఉన్న డిస్టెన్స్ ని ఇమేజ్ డిస్టెన్స్ లో తీసేసినామంటే అది ఎంతకి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది, B dash F కి ఈక్వల్ అవుతుంది, డిస్టెన్స్ కి. దాన్ని మనం న్యూమరేటర్ లో సబ్స్టిట్యూట్, B dash P minus FP by FP equal to RHS as it is we have written, that is image distance by object distance. Substitute the corresponding terms for focal length, object distance and image distance. We have got image distance as a minus V, focal length minus V, and object distance minus 2. Why we are taking minus means they are opposite to the incident beam. Whenever we are measuring a distance from pole, we are moving opposite to incident beam. That's why we will take negative sign. Sign conventions we have learned that one. That's why we have got minus sign here. Now RHS, we have got a numerator minus V, denominator minus U. Minus minus get cancelled, V by U. Okay. Next in LHS side, we have got V minus F by F. Where this minus sign gone means this minus is multiplied with the whole term. Therefore, minus V became plus V, plus F became minus F, and minus f in the denominator became plus. Therefore, we have got v minus f by f equal to v by u. Now bring this v which is present in RHS to LHS. It is in numerator v. If it comes to LHS, opposite to numerator is denominator. So 1 by v into v minus f by f equal to 1 by u. Now multiply the whole term with 1 by v. What we got? 1 by v into, what is the first term we have got? V. V by f minus second term f by f we have got. It is also multiplied with 1 by. The first term v get cancelled. In the second term f will get cancelled. Therefore, we have got 1 by f minus 1 by v equal to 1 by u. But actually in terms of focal length we need. So send this 1 by v minus sign which is having, send to RHS. What we will get? Plus. Therefore, reciprocal of focal length is equal to sum of the reciprocal of image distance and object distance. This is the mirror equation. 1 by f equal to 1 by v plus 1 by u. Next, the last topic which is magnification. Magnification of the mirror. That means this magnification can be applied for both convex mirror as well as concave mirror. What is the formula for magnification? Means height of the image by height of the object. Height of the image by height of the object. Height of the image is here b dash a dash, b dash a dash. Height of the object is b a. That's why we have taken b dash a dash by b a. If you use similarity of triangles, this will be equal to image distance by object distance. Image distance by object distance. B dash p by bp. Apply sign conventions for the same procedure for the above equation. B dash a dash, the image formed below the principal axis. Principal axis in the form అయింది కాబట్టి మైనస్ సైన్ పెట్టుకున్నాం. మైనస్ h సఫిక్స్ i పెట్టినాం. hi height of the image. ho height of the object. Okay, it is the ratio of height of the image to height of the object. ఇమేజ్ ఏమో ప్రిన్సిపల్ యాక్సిస్ కి కింద ఫామ్ అయింది కాబట్టి నెగటివ్ సైన్, ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఏమో ప్రిన్సిపల్ యాక్సిస్ కి పైన ఫామ్ అయింది ఉంది కాబట్టి ప్లస్ సైన్ పెట్టుకున్నాం. నెక్స్ట్, హియర్ image distance by object distance. Here this is the direction of incident ray, but we are moving opposite. That's why we are taking minus v minus u. Negative signs we are taking here. That means b dash p is the image distance, we have taken minus. Vp we have taken minus. Here minus will get cancelled. But before hi by ho negative sign is there, this negative sign sent to RHS means at last we have got magnification formula, that is m is equal to height of the image by height of the object, or other formula minus of image distance by object distance. We can take any formula for problem solvation. Okay, magnification formula we have got two, that is height of the image by height of the object, or negative sign of image distance by object distance. Here if you observe, we have got two ray diagrams. It is applicable for both convex mirror and concave mirror. We have got first formula, height of the image by height of the object. Another one, image distance by object distance. These two formulas we have to remember for the problems when we will get for solving. Okay. Now this completes the today's section. The focal length, the relation between focal length and radius of curvature. Another one, mirror formula, 1 by f equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. Okay, if you have any doubts you can ask in these two topics. Okay, hello 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 sir.
మేడం అయిపోయిందా మేడం?
అయిపోయింది సార్, నా టాపిక్స్ చిండే.
ఓకే మేడం, థ్యాంక్ యూ మేడం. ఏం చేస్తాను మీటింగ్?
ఫోకల్ లెంత్ రిలేషన్ చెప్పారు
ఓకే
సార్.
మేడం, బాగుంది.
థ్యాంక్ యూ సార్.
ఓకే.
పిల్లలు